Unlike other fairy tales, the greatness of Truella cannot be complete with just one story. In fact, I don't know that the greatness of Truella's story can ever be complete. For you see, unlike other fairy tales, Truella hasn't just been handed her happily ever after. No, Truella has had to fight for it. And through the years, Truella has vigorously pursued her happily ever after. And she has found that something always gets in the way. And that something, well, that something is called life. She has found that life always is full of challenges and hardships and sorrows. Life has its ups, and life has its downs, and life has its many testings and trials. But Truella has learned one very valuable lesson from this thing called life. She has found that her happily ever after is not found in this life. No, it is found from the one who gave her life. So, as you will see, our little Truella has grown tremendously over the past 7 years. But you will also see that in God, there is always more room to grow and always new opportunities to trust.
Whew, what a day. 6 cuts, 3 perms, 4 colors, and 2 back shaves. I am pooped. Oh, snap. God. Maybe I should reconsider those back shaves. I don't think it's quite worth it. Holy Godfather, you are so good. I cannot thank you enough for how much you have blessed me, my business, my family, and my marriage. None of this would even be possible if it wasn't for you. Man, you sure have brought me a long way. It just seems like yesterday I was that little girl sitting in my living room, so afraid of what the future would hold.
Truella, dear. Your mother and I need to talk to you about some very important things.
What is it, Father?
Well, why don't you come here and sit with us?
You know how we've been saving money at the church for the past year so we could preach the gospel to the lost trolls? Well, we finally reached our goal. And God has shared with your mother and I that we're the ones that are supposed to go and preach the gospel to them.
Can I go with you?
Oh, no, sweetie. You're much too young, and you have your education to finish. Besides, we don't know how dangerous this might be. Some of these trolls have never had human contact before, and this is going to be quite the voyage.
Well, what if something happens to you?
Well, we don't really know what will happen to us on this voyage, but we do know that if we don't go, that we will be disobeying God. There's hundreds of thousands of lost trolls out there that have never heard about Jesus, and if we don't go and preach to them, they can't go to heaven. We know what would happen to your mother and I if anything ever happened to us. Where we'd go to heaven, and we want the same for them too.
Well, what is going to happen to me? Am I just going to stay here by myself?
Oh, no, sweetie. We wouldn't do that. You're going to stay with your Aunt DeMonica.
But she doesn't even live in Victoryshire. That means I'll have to move away from all my friends at school, and I'll have to leave my church.
Honey, there is simply no other choice.
But I don't want you to go, and I don't want to go away either. I just want things to stay the way they are. I don't know what to do. I'm so afraid.
Truella,
Who are you?
I'm your holy godfather.
What are you doing here?
I'm here to assure you that I'm here for you, and I will never let you go or forsake you. No matter where you go, I'll go with you. You'll never be alone. Now hold fast to my word and do not depart from it. You'll need it where you're going.
But I don't want to go.
I know you don't, lass. Change can always be a bit scary, but change is necessary in order to fulfill the dreams and visions I've put in your heart. Now don't fear. I have you in the palm of my hand, and I'll never let you go.